The voice and all is very clear.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Mathematics part 1. We were doing exercise 13.1 and you have doubts in
So 5.1.
question 8. 5.1, yeah. Question 8.
Yes, sir.
This function is discontinuous actually.
Yeah.
8 and 9 both questions are the similar one, but the answer is completely opposite. Why it is? Let's see.
Okay.
Fx equals to exercise 5.1, question number 8. It is fx equals to mod of x divided by x if x does not equal to 0, and 0 if x equal to 0. So we can easily observe that for less than x equals for less than 0, for x less than 0, it is mod of x upon x, and
Yes.
for x greater than 0, again it is mod x of x upon x. So for both the functions, for both the intervals
Yes, sir.
from minus infinity to 0,
Hmm.
0 not included, and 0 to infinity, again 0 not included,
Hmm.
the value of function is mod of x upon x. So, however, we will take LHL and RHL both, but you can just take either LHL or RHL, because for both the things, the value of the function remains the same. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if it comes for 3 marks or 5 marks, then we will see so all the process. Otherwise, we can just take one LHL or RHL.
Okay, sir.
Put x equals to 0 minus h. So limit h tends to 0, mod of x, that is 0 minus h, mod upon 0 minus h, that becomes limit h tends to 0, mod of h upon minus h becomes limit h tends to 0, h upon minus h. Answer is minus 1. Is it?
Yes, sir.
And limit h tends to 0, RHL for RHL. 0 plus h upon 0 plus h. So this is limit h tends to 0, h upon h, which tends to 1.
Yes, sir.
So LHL
Not equal to
does
R.
not equal to RHL. 0 is 0. The
Yes, sir.
value of function at x equals to 0 is also 0. So that
Yes.
is also not equal. So hence
Discontinuous.
function is discontinuous at x equals to 0. Not all point, it is discontinuous at x equals to 0. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Any other doubts?
So in the example, sir,
Hmm.
I'm not understanding the trigonometric related ones. Like example 17.
Example 17, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I just make you understand. However, I told you if it is coming for 1 mark, then
Yes.
you just need to write.
Mm.
We know that trigonometric functions are continuous function. So sin x is a continuous function, right?
Yes, sir.
Here we shall prove how sin x is a continuous function. So we are doing example number 17. I got up today very early in the morning, around 4 o'clock.
Oh,
And actually, I had something in my mind. I teach US students as well, but most of them are NRIs, means they have relatives in India. So
oh,
this time, what I thought, must give ad into the local USA magazines or online portals. So I have a relative who is working with NASA project. He is living in Los Angeles. So I was just placing ad there, and I found everything is the same, the same kind of profile and same thing that we write in the magazine or ad. The same thing was there. Some lady wrote that she is very cool and so many things. So I was just observing that. Okay. So I am also providing online tuitions to abroad students. If any of your relatives and somebody living there, you can recommend me. And I haven't. However, I basically belong to Bihar.
okay, sir.
Yeah, but we have been living in Delhi for last 25 years. So
Okay,
mainly, and my native place is West Bengal.
okay, sir.
So in India, see, we have very much flexibility about language and everything.
Yes,
We Indian can survive everywhere in the world because of what because of this English.
yes, sir.
So British ruled over us for more than 200 years, but they gave us many things. We didn't know even how to live in the society. We were very much barbarian, in fact. But they gave us many things. At the same time, they gave us many evils. Like we means before taking your class, I was having a cup of tea. Okay, anything coming to your example 17. Okay, got it?
Yes, yes, sir.
So this type of story is something, sometimes I'll say it takes 1 minute, don't worry, but
Sir.
because mathematics is not interesting subject, in fact,
Yes,
according to most of the students. For me, it is very interesting because I do not find anything interesting other than mathematics. Getting me?
yes, sir.
So that's why sometimes I try to make stories to make little bit interesting limit. So what we do, we have to show sin x as continuous function. Discuss the continuity of sine function.
Yes, sir.
Continuity of sine function. So fx equals to sin x. So what I taught in the last class, if there is no point mentioned in the question, then
Yes,
what
sir.
you have to take? A
See any
general
value.
point. Yeah, any general point, right? So
Yes,
either
sir.
x equals to a or x equals to c. So
Yes.
what we take, let us consider, let us my writing is not good, so you have to cope up with that. Let us consider a point x equals to a, where a belongs to obviously real number.
Real number.
We shall check the continuity of the function. So for LHL, it is put x equals to a minus h. So when X is approaching to A, H is approaching to 0. Are you understanding now?
Yes,
I
sir.
am trying my level best to give you the simplest approach.
Yes,
I
sir.
am not complicating the mathematics. When X tends to A, H tends to 0. So limit. So why it is when x की वैल्यू a कब होगा जब h को 0 रखोगे is it
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
when h becomes 0 then it is x equals to
Equal
a.
to A.
Yeah. So that's why if x is approaching to a, that means h is approaching to 0.
0.
F a minus h. So limit h tends to 0 sine a minus h, and that is sine a. Sine a minus b is what? We can use the identity. So we have limit h tends to 0 sine a cos h minus cos a sine h. So putting the value of limit, we have sine a cos 0 minus cos a sine 0. So we have sine a into 1 minus cos a into 0.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you able to understand it? Cos 0 degree, the
Yes.
value of cos 0 degree 1 and the value of sine 0 is 0,
0.
right? So
Yes.
finally what we got? We
Sine
got
A.
sine a, which
Yes, sir.
is a real number, which is a constant,
Yes, sir.
belongs to real number. No need to write, however we need not to write. So this is one. Now RHL, put x equals to a plus h. When x is approaching to a, h is approaching to 0.
0.
जहाँ समझ में नहीं आया बच्चे पूछना है. You can
Yes, sir.
ask me several times. I do not get irritated. However, I have 25 years age. I am like your father figure. Still इस एज में जो इरिटेशन होती है वो नहीं है बिकॉज आई एम लिविंग विथ योर एज. मीन्स मेरा जो 10 आवर्स गोल्डन 10 to 12 आवर्स बीतता है वो आप लोगों के साथ ही बीतता है. सो माई माइंड my way of thinking goes around you. So don't worry. You can ask me several times if you do not understand. And don't think that you are weak in mathematics. I do not want to. Many of my students, in fact, started from very initial basic level and reached to a good height, in fact. So I am expecting good marks from you as well.
Yes, sir.
Limit h tends to 0. Okay, f a plus h. Why f a plus h? We have done nothing. हमने x की जगह a plus h लिखा है और वही और तो कुछ भी नहीं किया ना.
Yes, sir.
Limit h tends to 0 sine a plus h. So this is limit h tends to 0 sine a cos h plus cos a sine h. So limit h tends to 0. So put the value of limit now. Why carrying this limit for long? Now we can put the value. So this is actually sine A cos 0 plus cos A sine 0. Again we have sine A into 1 plus cos A into 0. So we have actually
Sine
sine A. And if we put x equals to A, then again we get what? Sine
Fine.
A.
Yes, sir.
So we see we we see that LHL equals to RHL equals to FA. Hence, sine x is a continuous function. It sounds good that you went through the examples. I thought you just
Ye-
did the questions.
No,
Okay,
sir. I did the examples.
yeah, that's good. So before proceeding, I haven't checked your work, so I'll check your work first.
Yes, sir.
Just a
So
minute.
this 13 I didn't upload, so I'll upload now.
Pardon? I didn't get you.
Exercise 5.1 I did not upload, so in Google was slow.
Okay, you did not upload. Okay, okay.
Should I
So I
upload?
had given from Matrix, I think, right?
Yeah, Matrix I uploaded, sir.
Okay, I'll check that only. Don't worry, I'll check that only.
So I took a lot of time to do determinants, sir.
Yeah, timing, I that I can understand because you take time to understand the question and then I mean doing calculations. See, you have started late with me, but
Yes,
definitely within month, I mean, you will be able to do the things properly.
okay,
I
sir.
hope so. Try the okay, Google Classroom. Actually, I have changed my account. Yes, that is there. My email ID has been changed now. It is official email ID contact at the rate of deveducare.com.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
I have sent you a test mail, so you will be replying from that mail so that I can understand that you are getting my email, means the content that I am sending you. Got me?
Yes, sir.
What I said means you will reply the mail, anything you can write hi or anything, so that I could understand that you are getting the mail
Yes, sir.
because that is an official mail ID. Matrix and determinant, question 13. Good. Question 13 is an important question, right?
Yes, sir.
See what we do, you have missed a step. You need to write cos A cos B minus cos, sin B is cos x plus y. So better you write one more step cos x plus y minus common sin x plus y and
Okay.
sin x plus y and cos x plus y. No need to take shortcut over here because this is the key step.
Yes, sir.
That steps make the examiner think that you understand the process and you know the identity of sin A plus B and cos A plus B. Got it?
Okay, sir.
So key steps must be written.
Okay.
Yeah, it was lengthier one, that's why you took time. This one was lengthy.
Yes, sir. So in these ones only, so I get confused on which row to
Hmm.
add and change.
Okay. Whenever we will have time, we will means go through once again these two, three questions. Okay, good. So far it's good. Again, back to the whiteboard. Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we shall be doing question number 14 and onwards.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
just a minute. I just got a WhatsApp from USA. Just okay. So question number 14, 15. We are doing question number 16,
Okay, sir.
right? 14, 15, 16. All goes means all are of the same type. Question number 14. See, for all the interval, the value of the function is different.
Yes, sir.
So definitely this type of function cannot be
Continue.
continuous because there is no function at all. They are constant. For less than 1, it is 3.
Hmm.
For greater than 1, it is 4.
Hmm.
For less than 3, it is 4. For greater than 3, it is 5.
Yes, sir.
So definitely they will not be continuous. So we are doing question number 16, then we will be doing 17, 18, 19. These three questions are important. So you can, whenever I say important, so mark important or just mark with the star.
Okay, sir.
One star means less important, important, only important. Double star means most important.
Yes, sir.
Question 16. Fx equals to minus 2 if x less than equal to minus 1. 2x if minus 1 less than x less than 3. Oh, okay. No, minus 1 less than x less than equal to 1. And 2 if x greater than 1. Okay. So, two critical points are there. When I say critical point, that should be understood
Less
like
than one.
where the function,
Changes.
where the value of the function is changing, the point where the value of function is changing. So that critical points are minus 1 and 1.
One.
Okay, so we will check at x equals to minus 1. Put x equals to minus 1 minus h. When x tends to minus 1, h tends to 0.
Sir,
Yes,
can we take like minus one plus like x approaching to minus one plus
yeah, we shall take
instead of substituting minus one minus h?
minus 1 plus.
Yes, sir.
That will be RHL, na?
Yes,
For
sir.
that function, yeah,
For so for LHL we just take minus one minus.
yeah, minus 1 minus h.
So then you get minus two.
Minus 1 minus 1. No, no, no. If you take h equals to a positive number, you say if we take h is any positive number, then it becomes minus 2. Yes, that is less than minus 1. Na? Minus 2 is less than minus 1.
Yes, sir.
When
No,
we go.
telling instead of substituting minus 1 by minus h, we can
Mhm.
just take f of minus 1,
Minus h, yes, we can
limit
take.
limit approaching to 1 minus minus.
Yeah, that we can take.
Okay, sir.
That we can take. That means you want to say you can take limit x tends to minus 1 minus
Yes, sir.
fx. Is it? Yes, yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Limit in the next step we can write limit s tends to 0 f minus 1 minus h. So this is limit s tends to 0 and the value of function is what?
2 minus 2.
Minus 2. So simply we shall write minus 2 minus 2 equals to minus 2. Limit s tends to 0, f minus 1 minus h is minus 2. Now put x equals to minus 1 plus h. Limit x tends to minus 1 plus fx equals to limit h tends to 0 f minus 1 plus h. So this is actually limit h tends to 0 2x
2x.
2 minus 1 plus h. So that becomes minus 2.
Yes,
So
sir.
we see that LHL equals to RHL.
Well,
Yes.
so function is continuous
Yeah, function is continuous.
at minus 1.
Yeah. LHL equals to RHL equals to F minus 1. Hence, F is continuous. Fx is continuous. F is continuous at x equals to minus 1. Now, another point is
So 1.
1. So we shall check the continuity at x equals to 1. Now, at x equals to 1. Limit x tends to 1 minus fx equals to limit x tends to 1, h tends to 0, sorry, h tends to 0, f1 minus h equals to, the value is 2x, right? Limit h tends to 0, 2, 1 minus h equals to 2.
So
R,
instead of taking 1 minus f of 1 minus h,
hmm,
we can just take limit x tends to 1 minus f
hmm,
of 2x, no, sir? Like just 2x.
2x. See, you can take it.
And
What
then
I
you get
say,
minus 2. No,
you
you
can,
get 2.
if it is coming for more than 2 marks, na,
Yes, sir.
then you need to show these steps.
Okay.
And why I am taking H? Because this is the proper step that has been taken in the means different books like R.D. Sharma, R.S. Agarwal, and NCRT as well,
Yes.
and in many schools in Delhi.
Hmm.
However, that is also correct. But in many schools like Amity International,
Hmm.
last year, Anandita Nair was one of my students from Kerala. Her marks was deducted due to in school, not in board. In board, I don't think marks will be deducted for this reason. But in school, the marks were deducted because she did not take H over there. Getting me? So
Yes.
that's why I just made a rule that every time we have to take
Okay,
H.
sir.
We can, however, we can do directly as well.
Okay, sir.
That becomes quite easier for the for doing the sums, but in limit, when you are doing limit questions or continuity showing continuity, I think you should take these steps.
Okay, sir.
Then there will not be any chance to deduct your mark. Otherwise, if your school teacher suggests doing directly, you can do that. That is also the way to do.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any contradiction with your school teacher. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
limit x tends to 1 plus fx equals to limit h tends to 0 f1 plus h, and that is 2. So LHL equals to RHL. Hence, f is continuous at x equals to 1 also. So there is the final statement is there is no point of discontinuity. However, in some books, it is also given that for case 1, it is for minus infinity to minus 1, case 2, minus 1 to 1, and case 3, 1 to infinity. So different cases are taken.
Yes, sir.
Question number 17.
So should we do in the case method or this RHL LHL?
This method only.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you said, we will adopt in question number 17 onward. See,
Okay.
wherever continuity of the function is already mentioned, means function is continuous,
Yes, sir.
then we can do it without taking h.
Okay.
Otherwise, we have to show these steps.
Yes, sir.
Find the relationship between a and b so that the function f defined by fx equals to ax plus 1. Okay, if x is less than equal to 3, bx plus 3, if x is greater than 3. So, and it is given that function is continuous at x equals to 3.
Yes, sir.
It is given that f is continuous at x equals to 3. Here you cannot take, you can skip that step by
Yes, sir.
taking h, and then because continuity is already given.
Hmm.
So
So we
LHL
can
equals to,
directly take x plus 1 equal to bx plus 3.
just a minute, limit x tends to 3, ax plus 1, fx equals to x plus 1 equals to a into 3
Yes, sir.
plus 1, which is 3a plus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
And RHL limit x tends to 3 plus fx equals to limit x tends to 3 plus bx plus 3 equals to limit x tends to 3 plus bx plus 3, which is 3b plus 3,
Yes, sir.
as f is continuous at x equals to 3. Therefore, LHL equals to RHL equals to f 3. So LHL is what? 3a plus 1.
Is equal to 3b plus 3.
Yeah, 3a plus 1 equals to 3b plus 3, which gives us 3a equals to 3b
Plus
plus
2.
2. And further, it can be written
A by
as,
B equal to 2.
yeah, it is a equals to b plus 2 by 3. So this is the answer. You can check it from back side, and also to the question which we did earlier, and चेक करो आप. इन बिटवीन मैं एक गिलास पानी पी के आता हूँ, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
करेक्ट है?
हाँ सर.
ठीक है, आगे करें.
Yes, sir.
So we will be doing question number 18. Question number 17 बोर्ड में 3 बार पूछ चुका है बच्चे.
Okay,
3
sir.
times it has been asked. Even question number 18 is 3-4 times पूछा गया है. Question number 19 भी पूछा गया है 2 बार 3 बार.
Okay.
And even it came in different boards as well.
Okay, sir.
Kerala board, foreign board, and other boards.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
these 3 questions are important. Question number 18. For what value of lambda is the function defined by fx equals to this? Continuous at x equals to 0, and also check the continuity at x equals to 1. So fx equals to lambda times x square minus 2x if x less than equal to 0, 4x plus 1 if x greater than 0. So at x equals to 0, limit x tends to 0 minus fx equals to limit x tends to 0 minus lambda times x square minus 2x. Since continuity is given, I am doing directly, but I'll suggest if your teacher says to do with h, then do that. So answer will be coming the same. You just need to take 0 minus h for LHL and 0 plus h for RHL. Okay?
So in the board exam, what should we do, sir?
I will suggest H method. Take
Okay.
H method. Why should anybody give chance to uh, means deduct marks? However, marks should not be deducted for the same reason. But you can't say you don't know the person who is checking which checking your paper.
Hmm.
उसका माइंडसेट क्या है, क्या उसका नेचर है, सुबह उनकी वाइफ से लड़ाई हुई कि नहीं हुई. So there are different things on which it depends also.
Yes.
Getting me?
Yes, sir.
So lambda equals to 0 nahi. Okay. So it was actually the value is 0. Actually value is 0. Now limit x tends to 0 plus fx equals to limit x tends to 0 plus 4x plus 1. 4x plus 1. So this will be 1.
Yes,
So
sir.
we see that LHL does not equal to
RHL.
RHL. What was the question? Question was for which value of lambda, for
Mm.
what value of lambda the function is continuous.
Mm.
However, we see that function is
Discontinuous.
discontinuous. So,
No value of lambda.
yeah, no value, there is no value of lambda. There is no value of lambda for which given function is continuous. Given function is continuous. Because lambda पर तो depend ही नहीं कर रहा ना,
Mm.
क्योंकि it is x square minus 2x. As soon as you put x equals to 0, it
Yes.
becomes 0.
Yes,
It
sir.
doesn't affect the value of lambda, doesn't affect the result.
Mm.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So function is not continuous. At x equals to 1, you will be doing at home. It
Yes,
is
sir.
continuous. It is continuous. Why it is continuous? Because the value of function it remains the same.
Yes, sir.
Greater than 0 के लिए function की value 4x plus 1.
Mm.
So that means for less than 1, it is 4x plus 1,
Yes, sir.
and greater than 1, it is also
4x.
4x plus 1.
Yes,
The
sir.
function the value remains same, so it will be definitely continuous function.
Yes.
Okay. Question number 19 I made you understand in the very first class, if you remember.
Yes, sir.
और लिखा था कि 5.1 का क्वेश्चन नंबर 19 है. अभी तो मेरे पास मोबाइल में पीडीएफ बुक देख रहा हूँ. अदरवाइज आई डू नॉट नीड एनी बुक टू टीच.
Yes, sir.
क्वेश्चन सारे लगभग जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस हैं वो मेरे को याद हैं.
Mm.
What about question number 20? 19 you will be doing once again yourself.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
Because that is a very important question. Most probably this question should be asked
Mm.
this year. So question number 20 is the function fx equals to this continuous at x equals to pi. See, there is two functions in fact.
Mm.
One is trigonometric function, another is algebraic function,
Yes, sir.
and they are mixed together.
Mm.
So what will you do? And before moving ahead,
Mm.
I would say that composite function. What is composite function? If we add, subtract, divide, or multiply, or just combine two functions together,
Mm.
like f of g, g of f, g of h, f
Mm.
of h. These type of functions are called composite functions.
Mm.
And when we add, like f plus g, f minus g,
Mm.
fg, so such type of functions are composite functions. If two functions are continuous, then their composite function is also
Continuous.
continuous. So here fx equals to here,
So if one function is discontinuous and the other is continuous, then it composite will be discontinuous, sir.
yeah,
Okay.
fx equals to x square minus sine x plus 5. So let gx equals to sine x and hx equals to x square plus 5. We know that if this question asks is being asked for 1 mark or 2 marks, even 2 marks,
Yes,
then
sir.
we will do with the same steps. Otherwise, we will have to show that gx is continuous and hx is continuous.
Continu-
That can be seen.
Yes, sir.
shown, that can be shown easily. हमने पहले किया भी है.
Yeah, sir.
So we know that sin x and gx means gx and hx.
Yes,
We
sir.
know that rather than write gx and hx both are
Continue.
continuous functions. Hx is continuous because it is a polynomial, and I already taught you every polynomial function is continuous
Continue.
function.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So therefore, f of x is continuous.
Yeah. Therefore, g plus hx, which is gx plus
So isn't it g
hx.
minus? Sir?
What?
It
Repeat
should
it.
be g minus h of x, no?
Okay, g minus h. Yes. It is g minus h is also continuous. Continuous function. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So fx is continuous.
Yes, sir.
And with the same approach, we can do question number 21. All parts
Hmm.
sin x and cos x both are continuous function.
Yes, sir.
So g plus h is continuous. So
Yes.
fx will be continuous. B is the same. C
Yes,
is
sir.
the same.
Yes, sir.
And what about 22? Cosine function. As we did in sine function, we will do in cosine function.
Okay, sir.
Cosecant, secant, and cotangent functions. So these all functions already told you in the
Mm-hmm.
last class. All trigonometric functions are continuous
Continue.
except those point where function is not
Not defined.
defined. Yes.
So what is cotangent function?
Cot
Okay.
cot x.
Yes, sir.
So cot x is not defined for 0 degree.
Yes,
X
sir.
equals to 0 degree. So except those point, everywhere it is continuous.
Yes, sir.
So we will do 23 and 24, and then we will wind up today's session, and you have to complete all these work. Okay, so lots of work is has to be done.
Yes, sir.
So 23. Find all points of discontinuity if fx equals to sin x upon x if x is less than 0. So let x equals to 0 minus h, and another one is x plus 1 if x is greater than equal to 0.
Yes.
Limit h tends to 0, f of 0 minus h will be sine of minus h upon minus h. Limit h tends to 0. Sine minus h is minus sine h
Yes.
minus sine h upon minus h. Minus got cancel, and limits h tends to 0, sin h by h1 is 1.
Yes,
You
sir.
studied in class 11.
Yes, sir.
Now, RHL. Limit h tends to 0, f0 plus h equals to limit h tends to 0, x plus 1. means H plus 1, which is 1.
Not
So LHL equals to RHL equals to F0, hence there is no point of discontinuity.
discontinuity.
How far is your place from Bangalore?
So it is in Bangalore, sir.
It is in Bangalore
Bangalore.
itself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bangalore is now Mangaluru, na?
Yes, sir. Bengaluru.
Bangalore. 24. So fx equals to x square sine 1 over x. X does not equal to 0 and 0 if x equals to 0. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So limit x tends to 0, x is fx equals to limit. We can again take means
Yes.
x equals to 0 minus h, 0 plus h. Why we have directly taken? Because it is for LHL and RHL, both it is the same.
Same.
So
Yes.
limit x tends to 0, 0 into a suspended value, a suspended value between minus 1 and 1. Why it is?
So it is
Sine
1 by
1
0.
by x lies between, which is 0.
Yes, sir.
0 into anything is 0.
Yes, sir.
And therefore LHL equals to RHL equals to F0 because F0 is 0.
0. Yes,
Yeah. So function is continuous.
yes, sir.
Function is continuous. So this board will be sent to you, and after one day, even Google Meet. That's why I was not taking from Google Meet because Google Meet is the best one. It is
Yes.
crystal clear. The only thing was sometimes I need to record the lectures,
Hmm.
so I was not able to do that in this. Now, with the company account ID
Yes.
and by the same Google domain and websites, it is possible. So after one day, after 24 hours, if
Okay.
you need recorded lecture, it can be available. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So homework exercise 5.1 till question number 26. 20 we did till 23. I'm giving till 26.
Yes, sir.
However, it means as many as you can do. It's up
Yes,
to
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it 23. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Today is 13th of
Feb.
February. Next class tomorrow itself also.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
5 days. Your class will be 5 days a week.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
As I promised to your mom.
Okay, sir.
However, see, it is in Delhi. It is very costly. I charge around 1200 for just 1 hour for visiting home, right?
Yes, sir.
And for online, I take 600 to 700 per hour. Since I have already committed to your parents that I'll give tuition as per your budget. So 5 days a week
Yes, sir.
class will be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So take care, stay at home, and obey your parents because they are the most valuable person in your life.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.